Welcome back, everybody. Today we're doing a deep dive into Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets.
The second book in J.K. Rowling's fantastic series.
Exactly. And, we're not just going to rehash the plot.
No.
We're going to look for those little character insights
Yeah.
and the magical elements.
And the deeper themes.
Yeah, that makes it more than just a children's story.
Exactly. I think what's so fascinating about Chamber of Secrets is it's where we really start to dive deeper into the wizarding world.
Oh,
And
yeah.
we start to see, some of its darker sides.
It's not all just whimsical spells and chocolate frogs.
Exactly, yeah. We get right into it, right from the start.
Oh, immediately.
Harry stuck back with the Dursleys.
The worst.
The worst, right? We're more determined than ever to, squash his magic.
They're so set on ignoring it.
Yeah.
It's comical, almost, like locking his school supplies away.
Right.
Come on.
I think it's such a great example of how some people just react to anything that they don't understand.
Exactly.
They fear it, they try to control it, instead of embracing it.
Embrace the wonder.
The
Extraordinary. And I think for Harry, it really adds that tension,
Yeah.
feeling trapped.
Uh-huh,
And then it's even more stressed by he has these strange dreams,
right.
hearing these voices,
Yeah.
feeling that something's wrong. Did those dreams kind of stand out to you when you were reading?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that's classic J.K. Rowling.
Yeah.
Right? Like, using foreshadowing, she plants these little seeds of doubt and danger.
Creates this sense of suspense, like what is going to happen at Hogwarts.
Totally.
Oh, but before we even get to Hogwarts,
Right.
we've got this
Big difference.
grand appearance of Dobby.
Dobby the house elf?
The house elf. What an unexpected visitor showing up in his bedroom,
Right.
telling him not to go back to school.
Like what?
What do you make of Dobby's intentions?
Well, Dobby's a complex character, right? I think he's driven by a deep sense of loyalty.
Okay.
This genuine desire to protect Harry,
Uh-huh.
even if it means going against what Harry wants.
Yeah, he really is going against Harry's wishes.
Yeah.
And he's bound by this house elf magic.
Yes.
So, just for those that aren't fully into Harry Potter lore.
Yeah, for those who need a refresher.
A refresher. House elves they're magically bound to serve a wizarding family.
Exactly.
But they are incredibly powerful.
Yes.
But also, they have to follow their master's commands.
Right. And so Dobby's trying to operate within these constraints.
He's trying.
Which is why his methods are a little unconventional.
Oh, a little bit.
Floatin' pudding.
Oh, the poor pudding.
Yeah. Sealing the barrier to platform 9 3/4.
Oh, come on.
It's just chaos.
But it just shows the lengths he's willing to go to. He thinks he knows what's best.
Yeah.
Even if it means, stirring up trouble.
Right. Exactly. And, I think it kind of raises an interesting question.
Yeah.
Like, how far is too far
Oh, good question.
when it comes to protecting someone?
Especially against their will.
Yeah.
Thankfully, we have Ron and his brothers
Who come to the rescue.
in their enchanted flying car.
I love that scene.
Oh, it's the best.
I think it, proves that family can be a little more reliable
Yes.
sometimes than well-meaning house elves.
Definitely. The Weasleys, such a contrast to the Dursleys.
Oh my gosh, yes. Night and day.
Totally different.
They represent that warmth and acceptance
They really do.
and a wholehearted embrace of magic.
Yeah, just we love magic. Come on in.
Yeah.
We're going to, land this car
In the Great Hall?
right in the middle of the Great Hall. It's hilarious.
It's so funny.
But it also shows they'll break the rules
Absolutely.
for each other.
Yeah.
And speaking of breaking the rules,
Oh, here we go.
let's talk about what happens when they actually get to Hogwarts. Things get a little dark.
Yeah, things take a bit of a turn.
A little bit.
So we've got, the ominous message on the wall.
The Chamber of Secrets has been opened.
Right.
Animals of the air, beware.
Chills.
And then, oh no, Mrs. Norris.
The caretaker's cat.
Found petrified. This is where Rowling, she just injects the story with this suspense.
Oh, totally.
What were your initial thoughts reading this for the first time?
I was hooked. I was like, oh my God, what's going to happen next?
It's so creepy.
Yeah.
And beyond just the creepiness, there's this underlying tension.
Uh-huh.
The whispers about mudbloods.
Yeah.
This awful term.
That derogatory term for wizards.
With non-magical parents.
With non-magical parents.
It's hard not to see the parallels,
Oh, yeah. To the real world.
to the real world.
The prejudices that exist.
Yeah.
It's brilliant how she kind of weaves social commentary
Yeah.
into this magical story,
Yeah.
This fear of the quote-unquote impure bloodlines.
Right.
And the discrimination that it fuels,
Uh-huh.
it really resonates
Yeah.
with our world.
And of course, guess who becomes the prime suspect?
Hi, dear Harry.
Harry Potter. Of course.
It's the perfect setup,
Of
right?
course.
Harry with his connection to Voldemort,
Yeah.
his ability to speak Parseltongue,
Uh-huh.
the language of snakes. he's immediately seen as this threat.
Yeah.
I think it plays on this inherent human fear of the unknown.
Of the unknown.
And how easily, people can just jump to conclusions.
Based on these prejudices.
Yeah.
Exactly. And Parseltongue plays such a huge role in this story.
Oh, big role.
This rare ability.
Very rare.
Often associated with dark wizards.
Often.
And it's tied to that legend of Salazar Slytherin.
Oh, yes.
And this hidden chamber.
Uh-huh.
And it just makes Harry the ultimate outsider.
Yeah.
And fuels all those suspicions against him.
Uh-huh. Remember that scene in the dueling club?
Oh.
Where there's Snake is conjured.
Right.
And Harry, completely instinctively,
He can't help it.
Yeah.
Starts speaking Parseltongue.
preventing it from attacking another student.
He's trying to help.
Trying to help.
But it backfires.
Oh, it backfires so bad.
He looks even more suspicious.
Yeah.
Further isolating him from his peers. It's like he can't win.
Yeah, no matter what he does.
It just shows how good intentions
Yeah.
can be so misconstrued.
Right.
Especially when you've got fear and prejudice already bubbling.
Exactly.
So we've got a petrified cat.
A mysterious chamber.
And Harry's the prime suspect.
Where do we go from here?
Well, there are juicy secrets to uncover.
Oh, yeah.
We've got a piece of Voldemort's past. And maybe even, I don't know, maybe some giant spiders.
Oh, stay tuned.
We'll save that for part 2.
Of our deep dive.
Into Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets.
Yeah, let's see you next time.
Peace! Welcome back to our deep dive into Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets.
We're picking up right where we left off.
Hogwarts in a state of panic.
Oh, yeah.
Harry's the main suspect.
Uh-huh.
And there's this creepy message on the wall.
Right.
What happens next?
Well, things get even worse.
Oh, no.
For Harry.
Poor Hagrid.
Remember the gentle half-giant?
Yes. Loves those dangerous creatures.
He gets accused of opening the Chamber of Secrets.
50 years
prior. Sent off to Azkaban.
Azkaban prison.
Not a good place.
It's terrifying.
Yeah.
Poor Hagrid. He's always been an outcast.
Always judged.
Yeah.
For his giant heritage.
Right.
Misunderstood.
And it just plays into that theme of prejudice.
We've been talking about.
Right.
He becomes this scapegoat.
Targeted because he's different.
Yeah.
Doesn't fit in.
Doesn't fit into society's, little boxes.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just heartbreaking. But, before he's taken away, Harry finds a clue in Hagrid's cabin.
Right.
That ripped newspaper.
About Tom Riddle?
Tom Riddle.
Law student.
All these accomplishments.
Yeah.
And guess what?
What?
He attended Hogwarts 50 years ago.
Right around the same time.
That the chamber was opened.
It's fascinating how J.K. Rowling,
Yeah.
it intertwines the past and present. Like, we're seeing history repeat itself.
And it just makes you think that the truth might be more complicated.
Oh, absolutely.
And speaking of the past,
yes.
let's talk about that diary.
That mysterious diary.
The one Harry finds.
Belonged to Tom Riddle.
And it seems like he had
some connection
to the chamber.
Yeah.
What is it with that diary?
Well, the diary it's such a brilliant plot device.
Yeah.
I mean, it allows Harry to literally step back in time.
It's like time travel. He gets to see what happened.
Yeah.
Leading up to Hagrid's expulsion.
Through Riddle's memories.
Through his memories.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's like his own little magical documentary.
Imagine witnessing history firsthand.
Yeah. It's so cool.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So as Harry's reading this diary,
looking through these memories,
he starts to uncover some really disturbing things.
Yeah.
We learn that Hagrid is actually innocent.
He was framed.
Yeah.
For something he didn't do.
And then this Riddle character might have a much darker connection.
Yeah, much darker connection.
To the chamber than anybody thought.
Than anyone suspected.
It's a complete game changer.
Oh, huge twist.
And then we get this huge revelation.
The diary's not just a diary.
Not just some old journal.
It's a Horcrux.
A Horcrux.
Do we need a refresher?
I think so.
Okay, so a Horcrux is an object in which a dark wizard or witch has hidden a piece of their soul.
Oh, wow.
In an attempt to become immortal.
So it's dark magic.
Oh, this is dark magic.
To the extreme.
Yeah.
It's mind-blowing that Harry's carrying around.
A piece of Voldemort's soul.
This whole time.
And he has no idea.
No idea.
And this is where, the real danger starts to come in.
Because the diary.
It's not just a record of the past.
Right.
It's this conduit for Voldemort's influence. It lets him manipulate.
Oh, no.
And prey on people's vulnerabilities.
And he finds the perfect target.
Poor Ginny.
Ron's
younger sister.
Yeah.
Who gets possessed by Tom Riddle.
Through the diary.
The diary.
It's so awful to see,
I know. She's so innocent.
To have her innocence and vulnerability.
Yeah. It's
so it's really sad.
Yeah, I mean, it shows how insidious
Yeah.
dark magic can be.
How it can twist.
Right.
And corrupt. Even the purest heart.
And it just reminds us that anybody can be vulnerable.
Yeah.
When they're feeling lost.
Or alone.
So then Ginny,
under Riddle's control,
she opens the Chamber of Secrets and unleashes the basilisk.
The giant snake.
Whose gaze can literally kill.
Oh my gosh, the basilisk.
I know. It's
So
this like symbol of fear and death.
It represents, the dangers of ignorance and blind trust.
Right.
Anybody that looks at it
is petrified.
That's almost worse than death.
I know.
And this is where things get
really intense.
Really intense. Harry has to go down into the chamber.
Oh, yeah.
To save Ginny.
Yeah.
And confront this monster.
It's a classic hero's journey.
It really is.
Full of danger.
Uncertainty. Was this part, particularly dripping for you?
Oh, I was on the edge of my seat.
I was, too.
I mean, Harry's courage, his loyalty.
Yeah.
Tested as he faces this ultimate evil.
This embodiment of evil. And it's not just a physical battle.
No, it's much deeper than that.
Right.
It's like a battle against fear.
Against the darkness itself.
Exactly.
And he's got some help this time.
Oh, yeah. He's not alone.
He's got Fawkes.
Dumbledore's Phoenix.
And the Sorting Hat.
The Sorting Hat, which provides...
the Sword of Gryffindor.
Oh, it's so good.
So symbolic.
Right.
Fawkes the Phoenix, representing rebirth.
Rebirth.
Capable of healing.
And bursting into flames.
Only to be reborn.
From the ashes.
And the Sorting Hat.
Symbolizing bravery.
His connection to Gryffindor.
The house known for courage.
Courage and chivalry.
And the sword,
Yeah.
empowers Harry.
It does.
To face the basilisk.
Gives him the strength.
It's such an epic showdown.
So many twists and turns. Fawkes blinds the basilisk.
Giving Harry the advantage.
Yeah.
He uses the sword.
Slays the monster.
Saves Ginny's life.
Proves he's a true Gryffindor.
Oh, yeah.
What a moment.
It's such a powerful display.
I know.
Of courage.
And selflessness. He faces his fears, overcomes these insane odds.
Yeah.
And comes out victorious.
He does. It's a testament to his resilience.
And to his growing power.
As a wizard.
And he also destroys.
Unknowingly.
A piece of Voldemort's soul.
By stabbing the diary.
With the basilisk fang?
Yes.
Wow.
It's incredible.
This is just the beginning.
Oh, yeah.
Of this fight against Voldemort.
It's a long road ahead.
And he doesn't even know it.
You have no idea.
It's amazing to look back on this book and realize how important that diary was.
It really is. I mean, it foreshadows,
Yeah.
This long, arduous battle.
Against all these Horcruxes.
Spattered throughout the world.
So he defeats the basilisk.
Saves Ginny.
Destroys a Horcrux.
Without knowing it.
Without knowing it. Happy ending, right?
Well,
not quite.
Not quite.
We've still got to deal with
Hagrid's imprisonment.
Yeah.
Lucius Malfoy.
And figure out
how that diary ended up.
With Ginny.
With Ginny.
Let's talk about Lucius Malfoy.
Well, Lucius Malfoy.
Draco's dad.
Yeah.
Powerful.
Sinister.
And he
embodies that pure blood elitism.
He really does.
Yep.
What's his role in all of this?
Well, Lucius Malfoy really represents, the just insidious nature of prejudice and ambition.
Yeah.
It's revealed
that
he planted the diary.
On Ginny.
To
discredit her father.
Arthur Weasley.
And Dumbledore.
Yeah.
He was using Ginny as a pawn. In his power play.
To further his own agenda.
Yeah.
To maintain that pure blood supremacy.
That he believes in so strongly.
Yeah.
It's chillin'.
It's scary.
To see how easily darkness can infiltrate.
Like seep in.
Into these seemingly innocent situations.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it highlights how important.
It really does.
Critical thinking is.
Yeah.
Questioning assumptions.
Don't take things at face value.
Exactly.
Right.
The truth is often hidden.
Yeah. Obscured by manipulation.
By deceit.
We
need to be vigilant.
We do.
Look beyond the surface.
Yeah.
Seek out those underlying motives.
So how does it all play out?
Yeah, how does it all come together?
How does Harry figure that out?
How does he put the pieces together?
And how do they make sure justice is served?
Well, for that,
yeah,
we need to talk about Dobby.
Dobby.
His ultimate act of bravery.
And sacrifice.
Yes.
But we'll save that.
For the final.
Of our deep dive. Okay, we're back.
For the final part.
Of our deep dive.
Into Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets.
We left off with Lucius Malfoy.
The mastermind.
Pulling the string.
Behind it all.
How does he get what's coming to him?
Well, this is where our friend Dobby.
Yes, Dobby.
Takes center stage.
It's Dobby time. Remember those warnings?
Oh, yeah.
They're so cryptic.
All those strange attempts to keep Harry away from Hogwarts.
Yeah, it was like, what are you doing, Dobby?
He knew.
He knew.
He knew more than he could say.
Oh, right. He couldn't just tell Harry.
No,
straight up.
he couldn't.
That Lucius planted the diary.
Exactly. He was bound
to the Malfoy family.
To the Malfoys.
He was sworn to secrecy. It's like, what was he supposed to do?
He had to operate
yeah.
within the rules
right.
of house elf magic.
It's complicated.
So complicated.
All these rules.
And restrictions.
He was really pushing the limits.
He was trying.
To give those hints.
Dropping clues.
Hoping Harry would catch on.
yeah.
Which, took a while.
It did. It took a while.
So how does Harry finally put it all together?
Well, it's during that confrontation.
Okay.
With Lucas Malfoy.
Back at Hogwarts. And Harry notices Dobby.
Uh-huh.
Frantically gesture.
Pointing at the diary.
At Malfoy.
At Lucius.
At Harry.
It's
like he's trying to say something.
A silent plea.
And then Harry, brilliant Harry.
He comes up with a plan.
He tricks Lucius into freeing Dobby.
Oh, how does he do it?
By hiding the diary in a sock.
Okay.
And then gifting it. To Lucius.
Who,
arrogant Lucius.
Yeah.
Just tosses it to Doggy.
Doesn't think twice.
It's beautiful.
It is.
It's so clever.
He uses Lucius's prejudice against him.
Because he knows Lucius would never willingly touch that belonged to.
House elf.
Oh, the look on his face.
Priceless.
When he realizes.
Been outsmarted.
By a 12-year-old.
By a house.
How about a blow to his pride?
Oh, I bet.
Justice is served.
It is.
Dobby's free.
Free from the Malfoy.
Free to make his own choices.
It just shows that, freedom is worth fighting for.
It really is.
Even against, powerful forces.
Overwhelming odds.
Yeah.
And speaking of freedom.
Oh, yes.
Hagrid is exonerated.
Dumbledore steps in.
Reveals everything.
The whole scheme.
Yeah. Hagrid returns to Hogwarts.
A hero.
Exams are canceled.
Everyone's celebrating.
What a joyous occasion.
It's such a cathartic moment.
I know.
Truth prevails.
The innocents
are vindicated.
Yes.
And we see the power of good leadership.
Dumbledore.
He
knew it all along.
Yeah.
But he had to let things play out.
Yeah.
Let Harry take the lead.
He did.
Gives us hope that even when things seem dark,
justice can prevail.
It can.
It's a powerful message.
But,
there's that
bittersweet element.
to the ending.
Yeah.
Dobby's sacrifice.
Dobby. Oh, Dobby.
I still get emotional thinking about it.
I know, me too.
In his newfound freedom, he chooses to protect Harry.
From Bellatrix.
Lestrange.
Her attack.
Yeah.
He steps in front of that.
Killing curse.
That killing curse.
Saves Harry's life.
At the cost.
Of his own.
I'm not crying, you're crying.
It shows you.
It does.
True freedom.
Yeah.
Lies in the choices.
The choices we make.
We make.
And Dobby, no longer bound by magic.
Right.
He chooses to act.
Out of love.
And loyalty. He's a true hero.
He's a true hero.
He was considered a lowly house elf.
By some.
But he had more courage.
More heart.
Than a lot of wizards.
That
we know.
Yeah. His death just underscores.
It really
that
did.
Central message.
Of the series.
That love.
Yeah.
Loyalty.
And courage. Can conquer.
Even the darkest magic.
Yeah. Yeah.
We've come to the end.
We have.
Of our deep dive.
Into Chamber of Secrets.
What
are some takeaways? That stand out?
For you.
I think it's a reminder. That even in this magical world. We can't ignore.
No.
The realities. Of prejudice.
Injustice.
The abuse of power.
We see how fear and ignorance. Can be twisted.
To target the vulnerable.
Yeah.
It just highlights the importance of questioning things. Seeking out the truth. And standing up.
For what's right.
Even when it's hard.
Even when it's difficult.
Because sometimes the most unlikely heroes make the biggest difference.
That's right.
We need to be like Harry.
Like Dobby.
Like Dumbledore.
Fight for justice.
Value truth.
Choose kindness.
And compassion. Even when faced with darkness.
Exactly.
That's it for this deep dive.
Into Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets.
A final thought for you all.
Oh, yeah.
If a house elf like Dobby can have such a huge impact.
Think about it.
Just imagine. The potential.
The potential we all have.
To make a difference.
To create a better.
Or more just future.
Thanks
for joining us.
We'll see you next time.
Until next time.
Keep exploring.
Keep exploring.